bits have tried.
The most fragrant
Now,
herbs and
Dusan,
spices from the breadth of the twins.
Master Lubo says Drake's fang.
I hear you've been busy. That was your doing, was it not? As for me, my ears are always open.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav? Good girl.
Run like the wind.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab it. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamit, but if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
You win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat? Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll... slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what...
Right.
I got everything Blackthorn asked for. How'd it go up?
Blackthorn. Got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to begin.
We should go out on maneuvers or beat sneaking around.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do with that.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know.
Suppose we'd better be...
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Clive. So, what'll it be? That it? Fine.
It hasn't been
Editors started reading. I have done it, Sid. I have learned all the letters. Every...
I knew it was a good idea to have editors study alongside the children.
don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent.
So,
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing for...
salvage from the ruins. I thought that...
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin... What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
Talk to her back there. You know, thingy. She'll tell you exactly which bits of which ruin...
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril excess heat. Now, in other words, this is where our experiments have shown. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material. Why, if sea or rain...
You can stop there. Mid said we... Where would I find it?
Ah, yes, the thing... It's no longer...
I see. Would that help?
Oh, very much. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you...
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
If you're ready,
Leave at once.
Come on.
Yeah!
Thanks, Cal.
you are, Sid. The ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about.
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has...
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still, which is why you need a prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
been going round in circles trying to find something sturdy enough to withstand the fire. The engines, but light enough not to sink the ship. Should have bothered old Tome sooner. If anyone knows something I don't, it'll be him.
I think Mid might need some help.
Clive! You watch yourself out there, all right?
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? You earned this. All done?
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Her ship lies still in harbour, her sole sails are
Ivan's newest dish is a mast. Please. What's your...
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine? What?
She has some specific requirements for the materials, and yet remain cool enough on the outside, as you can imagine.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have, but part of... I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as Moon before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm.
So if we could
it might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they... If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the knowledge of the past.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames.
So, Clive, who will accompany you on your little...
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list.
Garlic? Are you sure this is the right... Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, so much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction. Hence, now, of course, they...
Well, isn't that I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to...
All right.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research. Now, where's Talia?
There's talk.
How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Things would have been different. Keep them pilchard nice and
You
chilled.
need to stock up on
I
these.
won't have use.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
Buy, sell, or be gone. What do you want? And
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. I hope it's to your liking. Good day.
That should do it. Hopefully Talia's finished too.
Fresh! Come and get them. Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the...
Well,
I did. Here.
garlic and pepio nuts. We should get this back to Tomes, then. Plus, we're not in too much of a... Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Tyre.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us. Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tomes so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best... And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway. Under the what?
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Manny
Of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying when both the shielding and the moondew are ready. It will merely be a matter of followed by a rigorous process of testing. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Thanks to Sid.
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know...
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. He's supervising the...
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let...
Don't thank me.
Right then. Better start working out how to bolt all to the Black Hammer.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleed.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon, searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice. Not from... In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can...
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would...
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Obelith, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are you? No, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelith.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Sid. I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you. But we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go? With them? Oh, thanks, Nan!
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot! There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass, and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things, and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
contract. A crystal too? You're joking.
Hopefully it's nothing. What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw it. Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Here, Sid. Reckon you might be...
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this. A lovely bit of kit, it is. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out. Just like problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurity, which is why I've been looking for something.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Just
proper.
So what exactly do you...
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the... You pour the blackest blight water. So, and do you know what I found out?
I take it that's where...
I saw a billet on the hunt board for one. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame ain't exactly my...
All right.
Thank you, Coin.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today. All right.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Thanks, Cal.
Really?
Oh, aye.
I take it there's date.
What about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to...
Oh, no doubt. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been...
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might...
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much...
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my...
We may have seen our share of action, true.
You, Howard. Chances are they'll come...
Well, if I'm going to...
You've clearly got a fine...
We're lucky you came now. Hoping to make a heavy purse in, but reckon he won't...
All right.
Nope. You just put an end to those bandits and...
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait... I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Auckland. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, Your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.